Hello, hi everybody. So it's 8 p.m. So we are starting right now. So welcome to another lunch webinar. We are so thankful to see so many of you who have joined us today, and of course those of you who have been coming back week after week. So now you know that we know that a lot of you are already back at work, and we know that your weekdays nights are actually very precious for you to get some rest. So we promise you that we'll make your time here worthwhile, and of course use very useful and engaging topics every week, so that it can be entertaining and most importantly educational as well. So for the first timers who are joining us for the first time tonight, welcome. And this is actually our 18th webinar. We hope that you enjoy tonight's session, and we are very glad to have you in our community here. We are also live on Facebook and IG at the same time, so you can actually tune in at Lunch Facebook, Violet Lim IG, and our special guest Belinda Lee's IG to watch us live. So I see some of you are already tuning in on IG right now. A lot of people are joining. Hi guys, so hi to everybody on the webinar, Zoom webinar, on Facebook, and of course on IG as well. Okay, so first and foremost, I just want to hear from everybody. Where are you from? So maybe you just want to type in right now in the chat. So where are you from? Yes, let's see. What are the countries that we have here tonight? Yep. Okay, so I see Singapore, KL, Indonesia, Singapore, China. Wow. Yep, so we really have people from everywhere here with us tonight. Welcome. So I'm very excited about tonight's webinar, because the truth is I've been trying to get Belle to be on our webinar or our show for a while now. And it's, she has been very busy, she was actually overseas, and I'm very glad to finally, be able to bring her on. And she has something that is very important to be shared tonight. I love the topic that Belle has come up for us tonight. So maybe very quickly, I just want to hear from you guys, right? How did you actually know about this webinar? So I'm just going to launch the poll right now in Zoom, but those of you who are on IG, you can let us know how do you hear about this, and those of you who are on Facebook as well. So how do you actually know about today's webinar? Wow, okay, so I see the answers are coming in fast and furious. About 50% of you guys have already voted. Let's see whether more people are going to be voting. Yes, so okay, I'm just going to give you maybe about 2 more seconds. Okay, I'm going to end the poll right now. Okay, so we see that a lot of you actually know about us from, of course, our lunch mailers. At the same time, we have quite a number of you who actually saw us on social media, and those of you who know about us from Belinda's social media as well. So shout out to Belle for sharing tonight's session. And okay, so most important, I think some of you are new to our webinars as well. Do stay until the end, because of course Belle has lots of great I would say insights to be sharing with you, but at the same time, we always have a special webinar gift for everybody at the end. Okay, so very quickly, I just want to introduce myself. So those of you who might have not met me, so my name is Violet. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Lunch I mean, other than being an entrepreneur, of course, I'm a matchmaker. That's why, I'm doing what I'm doing. And my husband and I founded Lunch about 16 years ago. Very happy to be able to help transform lives, and also, bring together, I would say, more than 3,000 couples through us. And we have different products and services. We of course do matchmaking. At the same time, we also do date coaching, image coaching as well. Our philosophy is that we want to help singles to be the right one, meet the right one, and choose the right one. And that's the reason why we have been investing a lot of our time on webinars, because we believe that through webinars, and having special guests like tonight, Belle, we are able to, really help share more knowledge and more insights, and help our singles to, I would say, be the best version of themselves. And like what tonight's title of tonight's show is, it's actually being your best self for your best partner to find you. So who is excited to know more about this? Okay, let us know right now in the chat. Are you excited to actually learn how you can be the best version of yourself, so that the best partner can find you? Yes. Okay, so Kaska say yay, like Sakura say hype, Haida say yes, Xiaoyun say very excited, Zen say yes, I'm excited, Jackson say yes. Okay, awesome. So I want to, of course, now welcome our a very, very special guest for tonight. I think a lot of you are here because you want to hear from her. You want to, you want to see what she has to share with you tonight. So Belle, she's obviously artist and celebrity, and she has hosted many different shows, including Find Me a Singaporean, The Places We Live In, Somewhere Out There. And in 2015, she also published her first English book, which is called Larger Than Life, where, it talks about really featuring 10 extraordinary people that she has met in her years spent hosting travel programs. And of course, just last year in October, Belinda got married to the love of her life, Dave, which I'm very excited because I got to meet Dave just now, even though it was on video. So let's welcome Belle, let's all give Belle the lunch actually welcome. Yes, so please, welcome here right now in the chat. Okay, let's see, all of you guys welcoming her. Yeah, we have Josh, Ida, Xiao Yun, Alice, Florence. Yes, so Belle, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited that finally, we are able to, do this because I think you have so many amazing, gems that I think you'll be able to share with our audience tonight.
Yeah, Violet, first of all, I just want you to know that this is truly the very first time that I am going live. The last time I did a live streaming was many, many, many years ago. And ever since then, I never did another live. And before I continue, I want to take this opportunity to say hello to every one of you. It is such a privilege to be on the show. And Violet told me that she wanted to be a host.
Yeah.
She wanted to be a professional host. And when you connected with me in the States, when I was in the States, I was thinking to myself, everybody has to start somewhere. That's why I said, sure, Violet, let's do this. But of course, at that time, we didn't know what the topic was going to be about. And this topic was only confirmed a few weeks ago. And then I started to wonder to myself, oh no, did I say yes to her, for the right reasons, because I didn't know the topic was going to be about love. And I just want to say hello to all of you tuning in from Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Hong Kong, even Australia. I just want to say a big thank you that you have got fans from all over the world, Violet. Great. And of course, fans from my FB, and of course, friends from my Instagram. Thank you so much for tuning in. So thank you so much for having me, Violet, really.
Thanks, Belle. I mean, it's so kind of you, definitely to spend your time with us. And I love Belle's, setting, like when we first went on live just now, and then she was saying like, oh, I wanted something that's very comfortable, very casual. So you can see like the wind in her hair and yeah. So Belle say, I have not done live for a while. And I say, not to worry, because, at the end of the day, we are here for a chit chat. And I think at the end of the day, what we really want to discover today or really learn today is from Belle sharing, which is the topic, which is, how we can be our best self. And I really like the way, Belle has really thought about this, right? It's not so much about being our best self to find the best partner, but I really like that her idea is that how do we be our best self so that the best partner can actually find us.
Chop, sorry, Violet. I am seeing some messages telling me that the our voices are not clear, can't hear us, so it defeats them from joining in. So I don't know what is the problem with it. So you guys are experiencing audio, can hear it. Some say, one person, Amy said can hear it. Some people say cannot hear, or it's very distorted. So can we make sure that we do something about the sound? And I have my wonderful assistant here to help me as well to make sure that the sound is crystal clear, since it is about, the topic is about love. And I think the content is important, not just, looking at our faces. So let's get
okay, so I think the ones that are joining us on.
Can I just ask, Belinda is clear? Oh, Violet's voice is echoey. I don't know what.
Okay, I think because we are doing IG today as well, so I think it could be because there might be some feedback. Is it better now for our crowd on IG? Oh,
Violet is a little leggy. Belinda is okay. That's what I know. All new messages. How do I do this? Okay. Anyway. Okay. All right. So I just have to keep doing this. Okay. Not clear. Loud and clear. No problem. Perfect. Some said clear. Okay. We do our very best. Okay.
yeah, okay.
And then
Okay, we'll do our very best. Chris, maybe another option is we can give the Zoom webinar link on IG. Would that help? Like, so I think maybe some of them can just join us on webinar, because I think those that are on Zoom right now, I think it's very clear for them. Yeah, but I think I think webinar is
asking is Violet using a microphone.
Yep, I'm using a microphone.
That's the reason why it could be a little bit echoey. I don't know. I mean, I'm not tech savvy, but yeah.
Okay, let me just see if there's any way we can address this. Sorry guys, just give us some
I can take
time.
the role of a host. But seriously, no, you sort it out. Violet, once you're ready, you let me know. I'll just say hello to everybody. Okay.
Is this better? For the IG crowd?
Violet has two mics turned on. I mean, people seem to be quite tech savvy, and they seem to know that you've got two mics turned on. I have no idea. Yeah, but I can always continue. Guys, I really hope that you are able to stay till 9, because based on Belinda's sharing, it always gets better towards the end. You know why? Because it might be more heartfelt. I might just start pouring. I might just stop pouring from the heart. I see a lot of heart shapes coming up. I might just keep pouring, because you know why? I've got wine on my hand. It's nerve-wracking. And to talk about love, I was just telling my assistant, and I don't think I told Violet this, I'm no love expert. So for me to, I think it's a big shoe to fill. I know a lot of people are hoping for me to share something like a successful formula to finding happiness and love. The truth of the matter is there is no success formula for me. I just want to focus. I just hope that all of you will know just that one thing that I do every single day, single or not, and that is being your best self, no matter what happens, single or not. And eventually the best partner will find you. The best guy or girl will come looking for you because they simply love you for being you. You don't have to be something that you are not. So that's something that I truly want to emphasize tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Belle. So all of you have heard Belle. Remember to stay till 9, because she said the more she shared, the better and more exciting that you will get. So okay. Okay, so
and I'll wait for my wine. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so I think my first question is prior to meeting Dave, right? Which I'm very happy to have the privilege of meeting him just now. How was your dating journey? How would you describe it? Was it were there any challenges, or was it where you wanted to be? Or maybe you just want to share with us.
Well, in the area of love, I was a big failure. Ever since I started dating, started falling in love all the way till my previous relationship. And even after my previous relationship, I would meet people here and there. It was just one disappointment after another. Just to be frank, like I mentioned on my post earlier, tonight's sharing is going to be completely honest. I am going to be completely blunt about things. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat this topic about love, because there are too many broken-hearted people out there. Too many broken hearts out there. Either you've been betrayed, been cheated, or you just didn't find this person was the right one and you chose to let it go of all kinds of reasons. Or you were in an abusive relationship, verbally abusive, physically abusive, you name it. That's why you have so many love songs out there, right, Violet? It's all about love.
That's right.
Human beings are created to love and to be loved. You know what I mean? So it's natural for us to yearn for that love. So for me, at a very young age, because I went through a lot in life, I grew up in a not so well-to-do family, you know, and the moment I was born, I never really had a chance to share this with everybody. The moment I was born, I was taken away from my mom to be adopted by my auntie, who was more financially sound. So I actually grew up without my parents being around me. So I grew up feeling extremely rejected and condemned and not knowing if I would ever find love in this lifetime, because I never felt that anyone loved me since I was a little girl. I had an orphan's heart, and maybe that's the reason why when I was growing up and when I became a teenager, I was constantly looking for love. Right kind of love, wrong kind of love, whatever kind of love, I would just hold on to that person who showed interest in me because I was yearning for love and acceptance. Unfortunately, I was too immature, you know, I was too young, too immature, and I would just go into all these relationships that were unhealthy. And one of them was an abusive relationship, verbal abuse. It came to a point that I was completely, what's that word? I was completely shattered on the inside out. And I had no self-esteem, like zero self-esteem, to a point that I really thought to myself, maybe I am not cut out to be in relationships. Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am not good enough. Maybe I should stay single for the rest of my life. Now, fast forward, because I had so many failed relationships, it came to a point that after my last relationship that I almost got married, I was single for 8 years. And within that 8 years, of course, I met people, but I never actively went out to search for somebody. And the honest truth is, Violet, do you remember a few years ago, I called you? Now, this is 独家新闻. This is exclusive. I never shared this with people except my husband and some friends, you know. I never really shared this, not even with my family, like relatives. A few years ago, I was still single. I attended a show that talked about love, and one of the hosts, she got married to somebody whom she met at lunch, actually, and she kept pestering me to, not pestering, but she kept encouraging me to look for Violet. You should look for Violet from lunch, actually. I'm like, what is that all about? She said, Belle, you're such a nice girl. You should go and meet somebody nice from that agency. It's a matchmaking agency. Of course, I said no because I wasn't comfortable with having my profile being shown online, or, you know, so I said no. But it came to a point, guys, my family told me that I was a disappointment. That Beline, they call me Beline, you are a disappointment. You are so old already and you're still not dating, and you're still not going out to meet people. At that time, my mom was, you know, ill. And I really thought to myself, okay, I know her last wish was to see me get married, right? So I thought to myself, okay, out of obligations, you know, I decided to call Violet. I met up with Violet and said, and asked her, I said, Violet, I would love to meet somebody. My parents, my family would love for me to meet somebody. So I hope that you can help me. I went through Violet, and it's my sweetheart here. Sweetheart, well, the reason why I need my sweetheart to be here is because, so when I told my sweetheart this story, so Violet said, Belinda, you cannot just get involved with anybody. I need to find somebody very specific for you. And guess what happened? Thanks for all the love and all the hearts. And guess what happened? My husband has something to say.
I'm so happy you didn't.
Violet, he wanted to say he is so happy that you didn't call me back.
Yes, very happy.
Yeah, so this is an exclusive story to share with all of you because I hardly told anyone about this part. Now, Violet, can I ask you a question?
Yep.
Please tell me, why is it that you never called me back? Do you still remember?
I think at that point, we wanted to make sure we have suitable candidates lah. Yeah, and I think like given your profile, like, and I think one of the things we want to make sure that how can we help to like make sure that it's confidential, because I think one of the things that we do not want people to end up doing is like they are like, oh, like you mean like I can meet Belinda, like we don't want people to kind of be like starstruck and just thinking that, oh, like and not looking from it as relationship. So I think that was something that we were kind of struggling with to have the right candidate of presenting to you. And I think another thing that we do is also we do not want to just ask people to like, okay, come and join us as a member, and then we actually not able to give the right matches lah. So that was kind of what happened then.
And because somebody said can't hear Violet at all, so Violet might have to try to tune your sound a little. But I'm okay.
Yeah. I think my challenge with my IG site is like not going so well. Sorry guys. Yeah, because we usually don't do IG. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
a lot of I know a lot of Violet, one of the reasons why I wanted to do IG is because many people have
I know.
have been messaging me, direct message me on IG to really ask me about love. And they pour out their hearts to share with me about being single, that they're so worried that they would never ever be able to find the right partner, because they know I'm a Christian. Somebody said the audio is awful. You both are talking over each other. Okay, we will slow down and we will not overlap. Okay, guys, just to make sure that the audio is clear. That's a problem with live streaming sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, so be patient with us. I mean, just give us your feedback and we will do our best to. I think the other thing is also because I know Belinda. I really appreciate like Belinda sharing. I mean, she has been very honest, very candid. So all of you guys, like please send some love to Belinda right now. Like thanks Belle for just being so honest and candid. And we have a recording of today's session. So I mean, those of you who have not been able to hear us well, like I mean, just drop us an email at love@lunchactually.com, and we will send you the recording once it's ready. So very, very sorry about this, just bear with us. Yeah. So a lot of you guys have been saying like, Alice say Belinda is so real. Billy say thank you Belinda. Michelle sends lots and lots of love. I mean, thanks guys.
Tonight I truly wanted to just be in the balcony because I hope that visually you guys can see that I am relaxed, and I'm relaxed as in I'm in an environment where I'm able to just chit chat with you guys and not have to feel so confined and so constrained. That's why I chose to be in the balcony where there's a lot of wind and to create that 林青霞 look. Because it's all about love, right? 林青霞 is all about love stories and love movies or whatever. But yeah, I really hope that FB is much better. Okay, great. So Violet, I think we can continue, and hopefully since it's recorded, we will try our very best to have the recorded.
Yes. So I think let's focus on the Zoom, because I think this is where like the quality is good. And then for those of you who are not able to hear us, like I think Christina is already sending out all the links for Zoom and also on Facebook. So I think they are saying that Facebook is much better. So Belle, I think like when you were sharing with us just now that where like your family started saying like you are a disappointment. I mean, when you said that, like my heart just I don't know, like my heart just felt. And I think a lot of
I just want you to know they meant it in a concerned way. It was well intended, not You know what I mean?
Yes, not condemning you. Yeah, yeah. But I think as a child, you know, as a daughter, like I think like you say, because mom was not feeling well that time, I think that there would sometimes be that guilt and you know, such feelings, right? Like, so I think some of our singers right now who's listening to us, you know, they might also be going through some of this emotions or even such situations. Like, so maybe do you have any ideas or, you know, some advice for them, like how to actually get through, you know, some of these moments?
Um, you know, I had my plans. I have shared it on my social media platforms before, in some interviews. I had my own plans. I actually bought myself a flat a few years ago, 2.5 years ago, because, and I really made it very beautiful, very nice, because I thought I was going to stay single for the rest of my life, and I was going to stay in that beautiful little house for the rest of my life. I didn't expect myself to meet my husband, David, around the same time that I bought the house. So I had my plans, but God had better plans for me. He had bigger plans for me. Being a child of God, being a Christian, um, I I kind of possibly made an inner vow to myself without me realizing it, until I really had to go deep into my heart to search for some of the struggles that I was dealing with. I think I made an inner vow that I will never get involved with men again. I think I did that because I was so broken. I was completely shattered. I fell into very deep depression for about 2, 3 years. At that time, my mom was still alive. And I think I didn't realize subconsciously I was making that vow. Um, and that's why for 8 years, I was just on my own all the way, and still thinking that, okay, fine, you know, if I really don't get to meet somebody, then I'll just be okay, be okay on my own. Because I was told all these years of 8 years of singlehood, Belinda, Belle, come on, you know, your expectations are too high. Don't be so picky. And ex-boyfriends would tell me, Belle, come on, you know, go find yourself Jesus Christ, or go find yourself an angel to marry. There's no such person and no perfect guy on earth like that. You know, things like that. It was just condemnation after condemnation, and basically diminishing my dreams of getting married to a man who will truly love me and accept me for who I am. I was told, this is unrealistic. You are too idealistic. Belle, forget it. If somebody is interested in you and he's got some money, just marry him. You know, and even when my mom, you know, I don't know why people think that celebrities need to marry rich people. This is something I don't really understand. We want to marry somebody we love as well. We don't marry for money. Not all of us marry for money, you know? A lot of celebrities, a lot of public figures, they do believe in genuine love. And I'm so grateful I waited, Violet. I did not give in to the pressure of society. I did not even give in to my mom. I still remember when my mom was having her chemotherapy, I was the one always taking her out for her treatments. And before she had her blood, you know, drawn, we would always have long chats, and she would just ask, Berlin, are you able to go find somebody, you know, at least 帮妈妈圆梦? You know, she spoke to me in Hokkien. 我真希望你會使可較緊找一個好嘅啊，你較緊交姻啊，媽咪會使看你交姻嘅，媽咪會真歡喜。你知無？媽咪擔心你一個人。Basically, in English, it meant my mom was saying, Belle, is there any way you are able to find somebody nice and get married? You know, because this is my last wish, and I am so worried that you'll be single for the rest of your life, and nobody is there to take care of you. And I had to be heartless in a way. I looked at her and I told Mom, I said, Mom, I am sorry. I have been so broken. Mom, I would rather wait for the right guy to come into my life. And I know that he loves God and he loves me. then I will marry him. I will not just marry any guy who is interested in me, because we will end up filing for a divorce. So what's the point, Mom? Don't you think, don't you want me to be happy and really walk down the aisle marrying somebody who truly loves me for me? Right, Mom? And then she kept quiet. She never said anything anymore. But I know that on her deathbed, she was still hoping and wishing that her dear daughter, her last youngest daughter, Belinda, would eventually find somebody. And you know what? I believe she's watching from heaven. And there was one time I went to the cemetery. My mom was buried, by the way. So I met David already. It took me about 8 to 9 months to finally say yes to David. We were friends for about 8 to 9 months. I believe in building a very strong foundation as friends. And only when you can become really good friends and you're completely comfortable with each other, then you can talk about having a relationship. You want to be in the company of your best friend, don't you think? You know, why be in the company of somebody who is, who is there for you because, oh, you're pretty, you're a celebrity, or they feel sorry for you. They think that nobody wants you. Okay lah, just date lah and see whether we will match or we don't match or whatever. I don't think this is a game to play, Violet. So when we went to the cemetery, David and we put our hand on the grass where my mom was buried, and immediately I felt something went through my body. It kind of gushed through my entire body. I felt a warmth, and I immediately knew in my heart it was a blessing from my mom. I felt her presence, I felt her warmth, I felt her blessings telling me, Belinda, Belle, my sweetest daughter, my youngest daughter, I bless you. This is a great guy. I'm happy for you. Go ahead and marry him. I literally felt it. So Violet, and also all of you friends who are single out there, guys or girls, I want you to know one thing. Never ever conform to the world and what the world tells you to do. Somebody just asked, 46 years old, too old to find love? No, I am ready. I was all ready to fall in love at the age of 60. I was all ready to fall in love at a good old age. It doesn't matter. Even if it means I have to wear a wedding gown and walk down the aisle at the age of 70. But I found that guy, that beautiful human being who loves me and accepts me for who I am, I would go for it, even at the age of 70. So I would say, girls, like my dearest single friends out there, please don't give up. Now you have to know one thing. You don't have to be 100%. You don't have to be perfect for that somebody to be attracted to you. It's really okay to not feel okay at times. And if that guy friend of yours or that girlfriend of yours, that female friend of yours is able to accept you when during a good day and a bad day, and they still want to hang out with you, they just love your company, they just love being with you, knowing that you are not 100% all the time, that could be that person you should consider having a relationship with and perhaps even get married to eventually. Do you agree?
I think that's good. I totally agree with you. So Belle, like I always believe that marrying your best friend, like it's great, like what you have said, right? Like even with you and Dave, like you made sure that you were friends, you built that foundation for like 8 to 9 months, like before even accepting him, as like a boyfriend and going from there. So Belle, I just want to backtrack a bit because like again, you just went very, very raw, right? Like really sharing with us very, very deep, like all the different things that you have gone through. And I think sometimes like some of our singles are there and they are maybe at the verge of like giving up. So like like you say, some of them might think that, okay, like a question that was asked by one of our participants just now, like is it too late to find love, like or I've just met like all this like not very good guys or girls, and is there really someone out there for me? Like what helped you to really like hold on to that like that hope, or like that you just know that there's someone out there for you? Like what helped you to really continue with that journey?
Well, even though I said I was ready to stay single for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I was hoping to find love. Of course, I'm a girl.
Yeah.
I'm maybe not a girl anymore, but a woman who yearns to love and to be loved, right? You know, if you watch, what's that show, Pretty Woman? Right? I mean, maybe millennials might not know Pretty Woman, but it's a really big movie where there was this, Julia Roberts, this beautiful actress. Was she playing like a hooker or like some kind of,
that's right.
right?
Yes.
Like a stripper or whatever. And she just was really hoping to find love. And it's not just love, but genuine love. Now, first of all, I don't believe in being your best self to attract the best partner. You are signing up for a huge disappointment if this is your mentality. Now, you want to be your best self for you, not for someone else. Now, living a life based on people's opinions and people's expectations of you is extremely exhausting. And I know that because I'm speaking from experience. Now, I'm not saying, now the thing is, I am not perfect. I have to be honest with you, in that span of 8 years, I was meeting people as well. And I tell you honestly, I was meeting extremely hot guys. Not just hot, but younger. Okay? There is this thing about older women attracting younger guys. I have no idea. They just very attractive because maybe you have a voice, maybe you're more confident, and they like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, right? But they would tell you, oh, you're so attractive, you're beautiful, you're this and that, but you're too old for me. You know, I was thinking if we get married, by the time we got married, wow, you are like 3 years older, 5 years older, 6 years older. By the time, you are 50, I am only 42. Oh, perhaps, you will be too old for me then, and you would have grown so old physically. Stop it! I would say shut up and get lost. I'm sorry, suddenly you guys can hear me very loud and clear, right? You don't need this kind of guys to come and tell you that they're attracted to you, at the same time condemn you for your age. These people are not meant to be, and these people are toxic and they should be out of your life. Never ever give in to the advances of men or women just because, they want to hang out with you because, okay, let's put it bluntly, they just want to sleep with you. They just want to hang out with you, be lovey-dovey, thinking that, oh, they could get something out of you just because they like you, they like the way you look. This is not good enough. Your body is a temple. Your body is a temple. How you take care of your body is very important. I am no angel, guys. I am no angel. I've gone through so many horrible, horrible relationships. Yeah. And I have had people taking advantage of me in every way possible. My kindness, my heart, my love. But what happened in the end? I was as broken as anything you can describe, because I could not even stand up. I was that broken. So guys, if there is a chance for you to really restore your heart by remembering that you are so precious, that you are made for greatness, and it is really okay for you to not feel good enough. But it doesn't mean that just because you don't feel good enough about yourself, you need validation from all the people who are interested in you, so that you'll be accepted and to be loved. Because these kind of love will not last, because it's not genuine, Violet.
Yeah. So I think on that note, like I just want to share, like like when it comes to attraction or love, right? Like what Val have said, there is like, of course, the most basic, or like the most a lot of people fall into that, which is like biological attraction, which again, is something that doesn't last. Like what Val have said, some people, they might be attracted to her because they think that she's so gorgeous and things like that. But I think we all know that we even with however much makeup or skincare we use, like eventually at 60, at 80, at 100, we all kind of look the same, like drooping skin and things like that, right? Then I think the next part is like significance, which is again, like some people, they kind of like, they want to have like the trophy girlfriend, the trophy wife, the trophy boyfriend and things like that. And that's definitely not what we want as well, because like you said, that doesn't last. And what we should be looking for is really like love that has meaning. And I think Belle has been talking a lot about that, really, like finding someone that you can connect with, on being a friend first, and building from that, because ultimately when everything is stripped out, like that is going to last.
The day you
So
stop, the day you stop trying to impress is the day that you will find love. The day you stop searching for love is also the day that love will come searching for you. Now,
yes,
I hope you guys get it. The day you stop searching for love is the day that love will come searching for you. Do you guys agree? If you guys agree, give me a thumbs up or a love, whatever. Thank you.
yeah, I see lots and lots of thumbs up in IG and also here in our Zoom webinar. Awesome. So Belle, in the interest of time, because we only have 20 minutes more to go, and I think, we really want to, like, of course, like hear, so you have talked about, you have been in, a lot of relationships where maybe they are not so healthy, like you really came out of it being very broken, or like, some of them were even abusive in terms of like verbally. So when you first met Dave, so I understand that you guys met at a church camp. Like, what were some of the initial thoughts that you have, when you first met him? How do you guys meet? Like, did some people introduce you to each other? Like, tell us more about that.
Wow. The truth is, I didn't know he was from that church. He didn't know I even existed in the church. So we both actually met each other at the church camp. And the church is not big, yeah? So it is almost impossible to meet somebody new. So I still remember very clearly, because they were also there for a food trip. I mean, when you go to Malaysia, you go there for makan
Yes.
session. And they were eating so much to a point that I had tummy ache. So there was one morning from Yong Chao Fu breakfast, everybody wanted to go to a Dim Sum restaurant to have more food. I couldn't take it anymore. I was having tummy ache. It was so painful. And I was starting to walk very fast, to go back to the hotel. And then there was this tall guy, a Angmo guy, who was just walking next to me. And then he looked down at me because he's so tall. And he said, hi. And then I said, hi. Actually, he's just seated right next to me. You want to come in? Yeah. And he said, hi. I said, hi. And then he said, so we realized that we've got common friends, and I couldn't take it anymore. He wanted to talk more. I couldn't take it anymore. I just literally looked at him and said, so sorry, I got to go. I need to take a dump. Bye. And I started running off, And then at night, I was just being honest, right? I really had a very bad tummy ache. And then at night, I met him again at the hotel lobby, and he asked, so how was your tummy? And we cracked up and we laughed for about 10 minutes. Now, the thing is, Violet, during the prata session, we were eating prata with everybody who was seated opposite me. What was that question that you asked me? Do you remember? Can you say
I think my first question was, so who are you and what do you do?
Yeah.
So you have no idea at all, like Dave, you have like never read about Belle, you have not seen her on TV?
No, I had no clue.
Nice.
He was at all.
Yeah.
By the way, he doesn't have TV at home. Just
okay, that explains. Okay.
Yeah, and then and I asked him the same thing. So who are you and what do you do? And then in the end, it was late at night. I needed to get some water from 7-Eleven, and then he said, "Don't go alone because it's it's not going to be safe. Why don't I accompany you?" I wonder why. And then we ended up chatting at the hotel lobby for another 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, late into the night, like 3 a.m. in the morning. And the topics that we talked about were about love, about death of my mom, and death of his ex-wife. It was very intense. It was real. It was heartfelt. And that was when I knew, when I went back to my room something spoke in my heart and said, Belinda, he's the one. And my heart said, he's the one. And immediately I told myself, I told myself, no lah, Belle, don't be so desperate. Just because he's a guy, you think he's the one. I'm just being very honest here. And and then I don't know how he was feeling. How did you?
Yeah, maybe Dave can share, like,
Yeah,
like how did you feel about that? In a way, it's kind of like a first date, I guess, like that 2-3 hours chat in the lobby. So what do you feel, Dave?
Even a date, it was just
a chat about, it went very deep, the conversation,
yeah.
for sure. So it was very emotional at times, talking about death of family members and things. So it was, it spanned the whole spectrum of topics, and it was beautiful. No, I definitely wanted to talk to her again after that, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, so that's why Violet.
So what happened after that? Like, so after that initial, like, very deep emotional connection. Yeah.
It was kind of funny because I didn't even know, her sister goes to our church, but I didn't know who she was either. And I walked into a big ballroom for dinner, and this lady who was her sister. Oh yeah, okay. There's two things. I'll go to the shop opening. The shop opening was the place I probably felt I got to know her better. I saw her serving people. She was really helping out everybody, whether it was the little kids, myself, because I showed up at an opening for her sister's shop, and so that really changed my heart. I saw her heart and how giving she was, and how she really just put herself out there. It didn't matter who it was that needed help, she was right there. And it's like, wow, this person is exactly how I met her. She's just the same in person as, I've watched the TV shows now and gone back. And she's really true to who she is. And I think that's what I really, really loved about her. You don't get somebody else that's on television versus me.
And I think, like that's something that a lot of our participants have commented, like, they are saying that Belle is very genuine, she's very congruent. It's like, what you see on screen and what you see off screen, it is the same. It's not like in some cases where, someone is like kind of like that on screen and then there's someone totally different when you're off screen.
It's very important, Violet. It's very important, especially if you are meeting other, the opposite sex. What you see is get, and if they don't like what they see, then too bad. I guess that's not the person for you. That's what I want to say, Violet. It's so important to be real, to be authentic. I can never stress the importance of being, authentic, because there is real freedom. There is freedom in being real. Do you guys agree? There is freedom in being real. And it saves you the hassle of stressing over what mask you need to put on every single day, right? Life will be a lot simpler and better and happier when you only have one face to show everybody, instead of having to put on different masks every single day. Guy B, guy A, I put this mask. Guy B, I put this mask. No, just be who you are. If they like you, they like you. If they don't like you, then this person is not
suitable anyways.
Yeah.
So we have a question or a comment from one of our participants, Sakura, who say, but most Asians don't approve of be yourself. What do you think, Belle? Do you think that's true?
Most Asians
do not approve of being yourself. So maybe, like this particular participant have been told by others, like just now you talk about, society, like pressure and things like that. And, people are just kind of expected to be a certain mold, or be it from societal expectations or maybe even family expectations.
And
so
find it very difficult to be themselves. Then I have a question for you guys. Then how do you live with yourself if you cannot be yourself? If you cannot be yourself, how do you live with yourself? I'm not asking you to love yourself, because I know it's very difficult to love yourself at times, especially when you don't have confidence. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about being, just the most basic things in life. How do you be yourself when you can't be yourself? It's a huge question that you perhaps might really have to sit down and, talk about it with some of your trusted friends, and perhaps even with Violet, I don't know. And maybe that's one of the reasons why David and we have been spending a little bit of time trying to come up with an empowerment program. Really reach out to a lot of people who have completely lost themselves, lost their identity, halfway through life because of all these rejections and all these brokenness that they have been experiencing. And we really hope that by being able to come up with this empowerment workshop, it will be able to help you restore your heart, heal your heart, so that you will get a clearer picture, as to who you truly are.
I think, that sounds great. And I'm sure a lot of our participants tonight, they would love to know more about that. So, if they want to find out more about this, workshop that you guys are putting together, how can they find out more? How can they reach you?
I think eventually, Violet, I'll definitely share with you. Eventually, I will show on my social media platforms. We will definitely
awesome.
do that because there's just too many broken-hearted people out there, Violet. You agree? Because so many single men and women approach you because they want to have a second chance in love, right? And for us, we're not just targeting on love, but we want to target on putting on a new lens, new perspective as to how you look at yourself, celebrating you for who you truly are as a person, as a human being, not celebrating you because people want you to be the way they want you to be. So it's something that we are very, very passionate about. And that's why David sat me down and said, Belinda, you've got so much to share. There's so much value in you. So let's do something together and let's better the lives of many people out there.
Awesome. I can't wait to find out more about that. And I mean, once that's up, let us know, like I'm sure a lot of our participants tonight. Yeah, so let us know in the chat right now. Are you interested to find out more about, this workshop that Belle is talking about? Yeah, so you can see, everybody saying yes. Okay.
Well,
so
I see some members out there, some people who don't agree, and they also say that conforming is so easy for you to talk about, about being yourself, but it's so hard because you always have to conform to the society. I hear you, because I was once a people pleaser because I wanted to be loved, I wanted to be accepted. Yeah. I totally get you, and I'm not discounting the fact that life should be perfect. You should be a certain way. Like I mentioned earlier, I am no love expert. I am no love guru. And Violet and all of you who've been watching, I just want you to know I am just sharing from here. I am not sharing from hate knowledge. I'm sharing from my personal experience, because I'm not here to tell you what to do. I am not here as a role model for you. I just want to be able to inspire you with some of the experiences that I have gone through in life. That's all I want to do, guys.
Yeah, and I think you definitely have succeeded. Like I mean, I personally have been very inspired by your sharing so far. I mean, it's just it's just so awesome that you are able to just go so deep and just really sharing with us, like like your deepest fears and some of the things that you have gone through. So Belle, I think like maybe one last question, because in terms of time, and because we move our session tonight earlier, because usually we do it at 9, because Belle told me that she's an early sleeper, so okay, we'll move it to 8. So I don't want to keep Belle too long as well. So like a lot of our listeners who's listening to us tonight, like I mean, I believe that most of them are single. So like what would be like 3 top lessons that you would share with them? So I have picked up a couple of points. Like definitely you have said that to be your best self, it's not for someone else. Like when you be your best self, it's not so much it's for others, it's for yourself. And I think the other one which you also spoke very strongly about, that was the one, like if all of them were sleeping just now they would have woken up, right? Which is about like having boundaries, like really like not letting all these guys say that, oh like you're so pretty, you're so attractive, I really like you, and then start dissing you on your age, right? I mean, setting boundaries, not just for that, but just generally.
Healthy boundaries.
Yeah, healthy boundaries.
And don't give in to all these advances because of loneliness. I know it's hard
Yes.
because I've been lonely for so long, but really don't allow them to take advantage of you, please.
Yes, and I think another big one that you have shared, it's you know, the day that you stop searching for love, and that is when love find you, you know, which is this very interesting story that you have just shared with us of how you and Dave met. I think I can never get out that that line you say that, okay, sorry, I need to go take a dump now. So
I did not even mince my words. I literally said I needed to go take a dump. Yeah.
yeah, so you know, like those are of course, you know, three like great points and great advice. Like I think for all our listeners who are listening tonight, like if there's one thing that maybe start doing or start thinking about doing, or just start thinking about, like, so that you know they can move towards like what you have been with us tonight, what you have been inspiring us on tonight, right? What would be that one thing
The one thing for them to what? Sorry, Violet, can you
to
say that?
work on, or to start thinking about, like, you know, because I think for every one of our webinar, like we always want to kind of, you know, like help them to take that first step towards, you know, like
Okay. First of all, I think it's extremely important to get rid of toxic people in your life. I told you it's gonna be honest. I think toxic people, you have to detox them. Then you will be able to breathe. Then you will be able to see, have a clearer picture of yourself, of who you truly are, and what you're meant to be, and why you are so unique and beautiful. I think this is the number one thing that you need to do. I mean, I don't just mean toxic guys or girls in your life. I even mean toxic friends. Friends who are always telling you, hey, when are you gonna, how come still no boyfriend? So old already. Hey, now the question is we're married, right? Hey, so old already, still don't want to have children. You know, honestly, this is really, you just have to
never
keep
ends.
you just have to keep crossing one hurdle after another. It's never gonna stop. It's never gonna end. Life is not a bed of roses just because, oh, you are no longer single, you're married already. You will be thrown all kinds of lemons as well and all kinds of stones just because you are not conforming to what the world expects you to be, right? So I think toxic people, you really have to walk away from them. Now, the second thing is setting that healthy boundaries. I never knew how to set boundaries until a few months ago when I was in the States, where I read this book about setting boundaries, because I was always a people pleaser. I could never say no to them. And that's why I have allowed so many types of people to come rob me of my kindness, of my heart, of my authenticity. And that is extremely draining. So I would really, really say, friends, try to set that healthy boundaries. And how do you do that? Get some books on setting healthy boundaries. That is extremely important. Now, the last thing, because I am a Christian, like I mentioned, I mean, a lot of you guys know about that. I read the word. I listen to sermons. I talk to David a lot. I read the word because the scriptures tell me that I am more than enough. When the whole world tells me that I am not good enough, scriptures tell me I am more than enough. I'm good enough. I'm the apple of God's eye. And that keeps me sane. That keeps me rooted, knowing that no matter what happens, no matter what people say about me, I know God thinks I'm great. I am made for greatness. So surround yourself with friends, people who genuinely love you and care for you, for who you are, not what you do for a living, especially if you're a high flyer. Many people actually forget I'm a TV personality because I've never behaved in front of them. So I would always go back to the same point, just be real. Now, the last point I want to share before we say goodbye is that I am eternally grateful. IG is done. It's gone.
Yeah, IG is done. Yeah, it's just 1 hour. Yeah.
Today, I am eternally grateful to be married to a man who truly believes in me more than me. Do you guys know where I'm coming from? A guy who believes in you more than you. And this is the kind of guy or girl whom you should hang out with. It was never love at first sight, because I was very honest with my sweetheart. I don't know, I was blind or what. I told him he was not my cup of tea when we first met. It was so mean of me to say that, you know, but you know why? But I truly enjoyed his company. And you know, this constant words of encouragement, kindness and thoughtfulness and unconditional love that came from David. There is healing and love and kindness, you know, and because of that, it restored my broken heart. It built me up every day, giving me the strength and the courage to stand up for the things that I believe in, to have a voice, and that voice that will be able to speak up eventually for the voiceless. So that's why it gives me that courage to be able to share so much with all of you, knowing that you are not alone, guys, because Belinda has truly gone through it as well. So let's do this together. Let's go through this journey together, because you are never alone.
Thank you so much, Belle. That's wonderful. I mean, when I invited you onto the show, I know we are in for a treat. I know like you'll be like, you know, sharing, you know, lots of great tips with us, but I really didn't expect that, you know, you will really share with us so deeply and your heart, and but at the same time that's who you are, you know, like what you have said. If you're going to do it, you are just going to go like 100%, you're going to go 150%, you don't hold back. And you know, like I personally have been so blessed by tonight's session, and I think, you know, like all our participants tonight, you know, like those of you guys who are on Zoom webinar with us right now, you know, like if you have been blessed by Belinda and by Dave sharing tonight, let us know, you know, in the chat right now. Yeah, so you know, lots of people are sending their love, you know, they are saying you're so inspirational, thanks for sharing. Yes, I'm so blessed, amen. So Belle, I mean, like, yep, go ahead.
Somebody just said something quickly. What happens if your relatives are the toxic ones? The samku lokpo. Or the sanku lokpo. You definitely, in every family, you sure have a lot of
there will be,
lokpo.
yes.
They are the real toxic ones. You cannot get rid of them because they are your relatives, right?
They are relatives,
meaning you don't have to always keep in touch. You don't have to stay with them. So you don't have to stay in such close contact. But like I said, no matter what other people say, relatives or not, you must always stand firm and know deep down in your heart, you are made for greatness, and you must never ever compromise or go for anything lesser, because you deserve nothing but the best.
So here we are with Belle and Dave. Yeah, thank you so much, Dave, you know, like for really, you know, like stepping in and joining us and sharing with us as well. Like, I mean, you guys are a beautiful couple. Like, would really love to connect, you know, in person one day. And Belle, once again, thank you so much for your sharing, for like your love, for your big-heartedness to just go deep. Like, you know, we are still receiving like all this, you know, great feedback from the group here. And those of you who are not already following Belle on IG, you know, like please do so. And Belle, your handle is?
I think it's Lee Belinda. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I said that I set up that so many years ago. I don't really remember. Yeah, but I think for IG is Lee Belinda, and then for Belinda.
Yeah, it's Lee Belinda. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for
yeah,
Facebook,
but I'm sure you guys can search it up, and then like the one with the blue tick. Yes, that's Belinda.
Yes, thank you, Violet, for the shout out. You know, the shout out. Thank you.
Yes.
And
yes.
thank you
So
for the technical and my assistant as well.
Yeah. Sorry about the technical thing, but like I say, you know, like we have this on recording, so some of you who might have missed out some of the front bits, you know, just drop us an email at love@lunchhd.com. We'll send you the recording. And I shall not keep you guys any longer. Thank you so much. Catch up soon. Good night and God bless.
Thank you so much. Good night, guys, and I hope to see you guys soon. Okay, one day. Bye bye. Good night. Love you.
Bye.